Welcome back, everyone, to Mordor, and we have a choice of ways between Utley Spiderbane and Harthaline. So let's first see what Utley plans.
I understand you have business in Lingris. I do as well.
Have we met before? Yes, we met way back in Archet once. You have a familiar face for a hobbit, but it is hard to say for certain. Now, if you were a spider, I would remember every detail and count the days until I could clear you from the face of Middle Earth. Yes, I believed my days were soon to be over, but I have experienced a resurgence of health and vigor, Pineleaf. I heard that the land of Mordor was opened and the Dark Lord defeated, and that meant little to me. But when news came to me that a valley of the shadow of the Morgai fence was crawling with spiders, I had no choice but to take notice. I understand that you have business in Lingris? I do as well, for I must introduce the crawling terrors of the Valley of Webs to the axe of Utley Spiderbane. I will not waste the renewed vigor of my twilight years staying at home. To adventure, Pineleaf! Let us enter Lingris, either from the fortress of Durthang or the other passes, and we will see what waits for us there. Okay. Well, alright. And what do you propose, Harthaline?
We do not know very much about the Gorjou.
Mithrandir spoke at length to me of the Gorjou, but much of what he had to say was speculation. We did not know very much about them. They seem to have been black Numenorians that swore to serve Sauron during the later days of the Second Age, before the last alliance of elves and men besieged Barad-dûr. Many were cruel men who sought to serve the Dark Lord in those days, but few only won his favor. Mithrandir would not say how he came to know this, but he believes Sauron bled his favorites with the edge of Gulthok, his prized Morgul knife. They need no longer fear the passage of time, for by this act they were made deathless. They are like the Nazgul, but lesser in power, and unlike those wraiths that can be slain. There will be no returning from the death for such as they. Aha, okay. It is. I misread that slightly. It is. They are like the Nazgul, but lesser in power, and unlike those raids, they can be slain. I think they needed an extra comma there, because it's unlike those raids, they can be slain. So I think a comma because otherwise I was reading as and unlike those raids that can be slain. Well, you mean the raids can be slain? Of course, we've proved quite a number of times that raids have a big difficulty in getting slain. I understand you wish to add to our store of knowledge concerning the Gurzul. I will travel with you into Talath Urui. Let us first find the settlements of Fushambal. Reports indicate that the lawless settlement of the southwestern side of Oradruin. Alright, so that's the choice. And I personally think that my better choice will be to go after the spiders in Lingris. But before I do that, I have a bit of unfinished business, shall we say, on the north side of Oradruin, so let us head back there. Ah, look what we've got here. A singed banner pole. And this is supposed to make some great, wonderful weapon for the Dwarven King. Okay. The real trick with this quest are the cracks of doom, because you have to navigate around them in order to get to the various locations where the items are going to be for this. And you have to make sure that you don't get too close to the lava, because a live volcano is not a good place in order to do a search. And maybe that wasn't my best choice of routes, but I think I can get through here. Then again, perhaps not. I'll try to find another way around, preferably without going through these crazy stones that I've had to challenge earlier. I must say that whoever chose to call this place the Doomfold hit the nail right on the head. I think I managed to navigate my way through there, and yes, I found more of those banner poles, and I also found a rockworm. And I do need to test this because I'm still trying to figure out whether I'm better off using my legendary weapon or if I'm better off using that spear I found earlier. Spear, more light, but in this area I don't need exactly all that much light at the moment. In fact, it may come down to a matter of light, that if I have enough light, it might not be as good. And of course, it's all about which legacies are there and whether the legacies make up for the reduction in damage. We'll have to see about that. Ah! I think I found the last pole. I also found a bat. Yes. Those fluttering wings, it's sometimes hard to tell which direction a bat is in. And of course, they have sonar weapons. Annoying sonar weapons. Now, I still need to find some obsidian. I believe this is where I must come for the final missive. The question is, where? Perhaps I'll get a better view up here, even though it's climbing up my arch enemy, the ridge. I think I found him. Yes. Let's have a little soup before this battle. Good. I don't know if I'm going to be getting extra monsters or anything like that, but it's worth a shot to be prepared. Do I have any crams on me? I know, this might be over-preparing for the battle, but when you consider all the extra stuff I've got on me, being overly prepared is not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, I'm sure that I'll find... throw in some finesse, yeah. That'll always do. Never hurts to have a little extra finesse. Actually, this isn't as bad as the one in the other area where I had to fight 4 at a time. This looks like only... You're kidding me! Only 1? Boy, that is over-preparing. I was expecting to have at least 2. Or probably even 3 or 4, but 1? Yeah. Oh yeah, boy did I over-prepare. He's going down quickly. And he's a Sig. Whew. Well, that's good to know. Now what's in the letter? Mr. details rumors concerning the fates of the rings borne by the Nazgul. By the prophecy of Lady Abrazaphil, Sauron shall be reborn by the hands of men. As we bore witness to his downfall, we are now called to serve him once more. It is the lady's will that his artifacts be gathered to Barad-dûr, where we might prepare for his return. The great rings he once held in Barad-dûr may have come to rest in the shattered plains of Dor-Marth. They must be reclaimed before the fires of Orodruin consume them. Those who deliver them to Barad-dûr shall be made Gurzo when at last Sauron returns. High Priestess Kokali. Alright, so very well. I noticed that she is offering to make them Gurzel. But I thought he could only be made Gurzel with Sauron's favorite Morgul blade. And if that's the case, that means that that high priestess either A, lying, we are talking about Mordor here, or B, she has possession of Sauron's Morgul blade. Of course, the third possibility is that she's completely delusional and that she thinks she's able to do it but isn't capable of doing so, which is always another possibility with things like this.